Hello, pre-algebra students. This is Mr. Miller, and we are going to be starting Chapter 5. In this chapter, we're going to be looking at graphing and drawing graphs and plotting points and making lines as we've moved through this chapter. So if you remember back in Chapter 2, we kind of talked general graphing and plotting point stuff, right? We have a coordinate plane. This is going to be our x-axis. The vertical axis is going to be our y-axis, right? And every single point that we have is going to be given by an x comma a y, right? X is going to be moving left and right, and y is going to be moving up and down. Positive is right in the x direction, negative is to the left, positive is up in the y, and negative is down in the y direction. Okay, so here we go. All right, so skip that. Okay, given the following equations and x coordinates, plot the points on the coordinate plane. So what we're going to need, our calculator here, and what's going to happen is we're going to plug in each one of these x values into this equation and get the corresponding y value. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do y equals -1 plus 3, and that's going to become +2. Next, we're going to plug in y equals 2 plus 3, which gives us 5. Next, we're going to plug in -4 plus 3, which gives us -1. So again, we're just plugging in these values over and over again. So we're going to plug in -7, and when we do that, we get -4. And lastly, we're going to plug in 6, and when we do that, we get 9. So now we're going to plot all of these points. So this point here, for instance, is going to be -1, comma 2. So we're going to go to the left one because it's negative. We're going to go up 2, and we're going to put a dot. And then we're going to go, this next one is 2, comma 5. So we're going to go right 2, and we're going to go up 5, and we're going to put a dot. Next one is -4, comma -1. So left 4, down 1, put a dot. Next one is -7, -4. So left 7, down 4, put a dot. And the last one is 6, comma 9. We go over to 6 and up to 9, which is going to be right here. And then what we can do is grab a straight edge or draw a straight line as much as possible. And we're going to put arrows on the end. Because really, this line is going to go on forever and ever and ever. Okay, so the next one is 2x minus 1. Same deal. We're going to plug in all of these points. So it'll be 2 times 0 minus 1. Again, we can type this all in our calculator. And if we're careful about the way we do it, we can type this all in one direction, or at one time. Parentheses here. So we're going to do 2 parentheses 0 plus 1. And when we do that, we get a 1. Oops, I'm sorry. I typed it in wrong. 2 times 0 minus 1. And when we do that, we get -1. And then we're going to do the same thing, plug in 1. So do 2 times 1 minus 1, which is going to give us a +1. We go through 2 times -3 minus 1. When we plug that in, we get -7. 2 times 2 minus 1 gives us 3. 2 times -5 minus 1 gives us -11. So again, I'm sorry if I have to fill these blanks. So this is -7, this is 3, and this is -11. Okay, so now we plot all these points. So 0, -1, 1, 1, -3, -7, 2, 3, and -5, -11. Again, draw a straight line I would recommend using a calculator or your cell phone to make this a little bit straighter. And there we go for this example. So now go ahead and move on to the next example, or the next video, where we're going to finish up your notes.